forward to a little Friday night lacrosse action here at the John Bailey Arena. We've got the hometown Port Coquitlam Saints taking on the visiting Langley Thunder. We're going to introduce the Thunder first, starting with the goaltenders. Number 41, Jackson Hastings. Number 50, Caleb Kahn. Number 2, Kay Hootstratton. Number 3, Matt Timms. Number 5, Bailey Vanishuk. 6, Noah Buchan. 7, Grayson Belatti. 8, Ronan Belatti. 11, Jake Newby. 12, Austin Vanishuk. 15, John Gagnon. 17, Tameka Gottfredson. 23, Govind Sagoon. 27, Koji Yukamama. 44, Cody Glass. 49, Xavier Washington. 55, Cody Todd. 83, Dylan Doucette. 84, Dane Hibbert. And number 96, Mason Eastgate. And now for your hometown, Port Coquitlam Saints. Starting with the goaltenders, number 1, Colby Island. Number 88, Ashton Brown. Number 2, Nolan Ross. 3, Jackson Hardy. 4, Ty Fisher. 6, Sean Leshka. 7, Tyler Learn. 11, Parker Malott. 12, Jensen Jones. 14, Lincoln Wall. 15, Chris Mornier. 17, Joel Mullen. 18, Daniel Mahone. 19, Jordan Leach. 20, Levi Toohey. 25, Dylan Eilert. 27, Connor O'Brien. 34, Josh Mills. 46, Ben Owent. And number 77, Andrew Cowan.
It's Josh and who?
And now if I could please ask everybody to rise, remove your hats, and introduce Miss Ella Church for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, with all of us command, with glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
An off-season that felt like it was never going to end. But man, oh man, Georgie, we have finally made it. Day 1, finally, of the BC Junior A season. And it'll be the Poco Saints playing host to the Langley Thunder. It's Tino Farah, it's cameraman extraordinaire George Para. Keith Gagne has made his presence felt as well. It's BC Sports TV, and we are so glad to be bringing you another year of Poco Saints lacrosse. Just moments away from the opening face-off of this oh-so-young season. The Langley Thunder look to get their first win in quite some time. More into that in just a couple of moments, and you get a good look right there at the starting netminder for the Langley Thunder wearing number 50. It'll be Caleb Kahn, one of the best up-and-coming young goaltenders in the Junior A ranks. Get into his stats in just a couple of moments as we pan across to the other end of the turf, and it'll be Ashton Brown in his second season with the Saints, donning his new-ish Halifax Thunderbirds mask after his first year on the practice roster in the NLL. And with that, we are underway. First win on the face-off. Nolan Ross gets it into the hands of the offense, and there's Josh Mills trying to go over top of Kahn, and he goes crashing into the crease. There's the first save of the Junior A season, and the Langley Thunder will get their first touch on the offensive side. Quick drop up to Jacob Glass, the 5th overall selection, and the most recent Junior A draft. Pass inside, twister, and Brown makes his first save of the year. These Langley Thunder had 3 of the first 5 picks in the 2025 Junior A draft. 2 of those 3 are in the lineup. It was the number 2 pick, Cody Todd, and the number 5 pick, Jacob Glass, who just had that last chance. Now Mills fires one off the shoulder of Kahn and back into the stick of Learn. Down through to the middle. Wall across the floor looking for Learn. Goes to an open area. Langley will collect, and that'll bring us our first power play of the year, as the aforementioned Jacob Glass will head off to the sin bin. Extreme Threads is the official uniform supplier for the WLA and teams around the world. Your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated uniforms, and more. ExtremeThreads.ca. Andrew Cowan will man the point. It's a much different looking offense for the most part than what the Saints had seen for most of last year. Josh Mills and Andrew Cowan, as well as Lincoln Wall, will remain the mainstays for the forward group. But for the most part, an entirely new righty side. Mason Eastgate will come off for a shorthanded offensive shift, still awaiting the game's opening goal. Leaping for that was Bailey Vanachuk. Skip feed, cross. Eastgate is going to drive on Dylan Eilert, tries to outmuscle him, can't do so. Still got a shot off, but the rebound will go forward, and the Saints can get their power play back on. Lincoln Wall, now wearing Kalen Mander's old number 14, will take his position down in the crease. Josh Mills sends it to Andrew Cowan. Back to Cowan. He'll shoot a low save, and another one leaping back to his feet. Caleb Kahn makes 2 straight. Now Mills will cause a turnover. He'll shoot, and another save by Kahn right into the mix. So he gets things going early. Could easily be, at the very least, a 1-0 game. Now that pass looking for Austin Vanachuk was just out of his reach. He would have been all alone on Ashton Brown. Instead, the offense for the Saints can get back out on the floor. A 12-5-1 record last year, good enough to get them second place. And of course, get them into the Minto Cup for the first time in their franchise history. Pass through the middle. Wall scores! There it is, the first goal of the year. No, they're going to wave it off. Have to wait a little bit longer for said first goal as Wall shakes his head, making his way back towards the bench. A crease call will negate that chance, and now under 10 seconds remaining in the power play. Here comes Cade Hoogstraten. The lefty gets it over to the far side, and we are back to even strength. There's a man open on the crease, but Langley didn't see him in time, and that'll be a low glove save by Ashton Brown and a quick up in transition. Joel Mullen was acquired at last year's trade deadline, back with the Saints for another campaign. Lincoln Wall. Ross reaches back, find it. Puts his shot off the back of a defender. No reset, under 10 to shoot. That one went through a screen, and another kick save by Kahn. He's been busy. Shots earlier, 6-3 in favor of the home team. Now Wall. His pass was just behind his intended target, being Daniel Mahoney. Now a loose ball is up for grabs. Sagu finds it. He's got a man on his back. He falls forward, and that's at the very least going to be a penalty. May it be a penalty shot? We will see. The official's got his arm in the air, and the call will be a hold. No dramatics in this game just yet, but after an unsuccessful power play for the Saints, now they'll go back for some penalty-killing duties. Port Coquitlam's Boston Pizza is a family restaurant and sports bar serving great food, including pizza, pasta, wings, and more. Poco's Boston Pizza, proud sponsors of Saints Junior Lacrosse. Boss man beside me here wants a penalty shot. Don't think he's going to get it. But it will be a power play nonetheless for the Langley Thunder. This team went 0-18, winless all through last season, and by my count, it was the first time a team has gone winless in the Junior A League in over 20 years. In fact, their last win came on June 24th of 2023. So looking to start off this season on the right foot. They'll go to the power play. A one-time shot is denied by the right shoulder of Ashton Brown. Loose ball behind the net, collected by the Saints penalty killers, and up the floor they will go. It's Jensen Jones. Josh Mills quickly off the bench. Parker Malott will join him on the near side. Park himself off ball. Now Mahoney next to collect. 10 seconds remain on the shot clock. He'll try a power move, but he's stopped up. Malott has it once again. Mills, space is cleared for him. He wants to go on a drive. He's forced into a tough angle, throws a one-handed shoveler towards the goal, but it goes just wide. Power play almost halfway through. As Cody Todd, the second overall pick in the 2025 junior draft, manning the point. Vanachuk, far side feed, now to the near side. Shot, and that goes off the right shoulder again of Brown. Fresh 30 for the Thunder. No looker to the near side, back to Todd at the point. Down to the far side, crease, Glass, another no looker. Todd fires, and a kick saved by Brown. Big rebound high into the air, up for grabs, and it's collected by the defenders. Dylan Eilett's got room to run. Leave for Andrew Cowan. Led this team with 35 assists through their campaign last year. Tied for the team lead in points of the remaining players from last year. It was him and Josh Mills. But remember, no more Silas Richmond, no more Lise Dockstader, plus a few others. Cowan fires one just wide as he and Josh Mills, a couple of the new assistant captains for this Saints squad. And from what I heard just yesterday, actually, looks like the Saints are going to cycle through some different captaincy options over the coming weeks. Now Todd fires one wide. Fresh legs have come out of the box, and we are back to 5-on-5. Fournier's muscled off. He tries to go between the legs of Kahn, and he squeezes it just before it got over. That stopped on the goal line. Huge save for the Langley netminder to keep things scoreless. Eastgate sees two defenders in front of him. He'll retreat to the perimeter as the pass goes to the far side now. Jake Newby spins away from some pressure. He's got a man on his back, still gets a shot off, and that'll go right into the logo of Brown. No rebound to show for it either. He's had a full NLL season of taking some shots on the practice roster from guys like Randy Stotts, Clark Peterson from the Halifax Thunderbirds. Now he finds himself back as the starting netminder for the Poco Saints in his final year of junior lacrosse. Now an unforced error and a turnover from the Thunder near center. Mills takes possession. Sends it to Tyler Learn. He slows things way down. Daniel Mahoney over to the lefties. Wall to Mills. Shopping for a target. He's wrapped up, and a yard sale knocks the stick loose. A great defensive play by Temeka Gottfriedson. He's in all alone, a breakaway from his own side, and robbed by the stick of Brown. A momentum killer. The Saints thought that they opened the scoring a few moments ago in this period. Now Mills gets another chance. It'll be blocked. And then it was the Langley Thunder with a glorious chance. Now Malott cutting through the middle. He'll shoot and put it just wide. Continue to dig for it. He and Nolan Ross go towards the ball carrier, but it ends up deep in the zone and sent all the way down the floor. Another unforced error by the Langley Thunder from their defensive zone. Don't think the feeder knew how much time was on the clock. It was Noah Buchan. He'll park himself to remain in the defensive zone. Daniel Mahoney tried the hidden ball trick, but just bobbled it. Now he'll cut through as Mills drives wide, gets his hands free, shoots, and there is Kahn again making another save. Caleb Kahn was 0-4 in his games last year from the Junior A rankings, but his numbers from the Junior B Tier 1 team completely different. Goals against average at the Junior A rankings was 12.72 and an 803 save percentage. But listen to this, his numbers from the Junior Bs. 7-2 record, a 7.08 goals against average, and an 860 save percentage. Just two different worlds when you look at how the Junior Bs did in comparison to the Junior As. There's the 8-second count, another turnover against these defenders for the Langley Thunder, having a bit of a hard time as of late getting out of their zone, just about halfway through the opening period. Cowan on a drop pass to the corner. Mills, late man in. He'll quickly return it to the far side. Shot is a howitzer that ends up ricocheting off the official and the end boards. Kahn has seen enough. He'll look up. Dish ahead over center. It's into the stick of Xavier Washington. He's got a man on his back. It's Fisher trying to wrap him up. Along with the help of Benno Wendt, they'll force Washington into the corner boards. He's a little shaken up and will make his way back towards the bench now. Todd, pass through. It's deflected off a stick. Falling forward was Bailey Vanichuk. Back into the zone, it's Nolan Ross. Had 5 goals through the regular season last year for these Poco Saints. Now finds himself as a mainstay on this offense in game number 1. He is the ball carrier looking for Mills, who just lost sight of it. It goes to the corner. Mills finds it. Takes a quick peek at the shot clock, running out of time. A sharp angle bid again. And he was on the right side of the goal line, so it does make contact with Kahn, and it will be a reset. Now a delayed call coming up against the Langley Thunder. Brown to the bench, Cowan to the turf. At the point, he'll fake the pass, he'll shoot, it goes off the inside of the glove. Shot, another save by Kahn. He lost sight of it, but found it again at the last second and able to react in time to make that save. Now the Saints will get another chance at the power play. Rycor Construction has been providing quality craftsmanship to the Lower Mainland for over 15 years, specializing in residential renovations, anything from a kitchen or bathroom makeover to a full home renovation. They're family owned and operated and pride themselves on an exceptional client experience. RycorConstruction.ca. 0 for 1 with the man advantage so far. Mills and Cowan will switch spots. Now to the near side, Ross tried to send it back to Mills, but the pass is deflected. Defender falls down. I believe it's going to be called for interference. So Austin Vanichuk quick to pick up the loose ball and get the game back underway. He gets a rough ride by Joel Mullen. 8:40 remaining in the first. Shots 11-9 in favor of the Saints. Vanichuk, far side feed. Looking for the cutting Vanichuk, but took a shot instead. Mason Eastgate able to clear some space to knock the loose ball back towards the perimeter. Austin Vanichuk with it. Skip feed now to the near side. This is Bailey Vanichuk. Makes a move to drive underneath. Gets his hands free, but forced into the corner by Jordan Meach. He'll get a rough ride sandwiched by Meach and Dylan Eilert. Eastgate finds it. Lost the handle, though, and it's batted back towards the goaltender. As the Saints content with just letting this shot clock fully wind down and look at the power play back out onto the floor with 50 seconds still to work with. Now Mills will leave for Cowan. Back at his usual position at the point. Ross sends it down low. Learn is the near side righty, has to take it off the bounce. Skips one ahead to Ross. A little bit scrambled on this power play to start off. The pass was deflected back over center, so no back over call. And the Saints having a hard time catching the ball right now. Lincoln Wall is dumped into the corner. And now he's slow to get up, but he earns his team a 2-man advantage. Now it'll be Grayson Bellotti taking a march towards the sin bin. Since 1948, Harkin Towing has been moving the Pacific Northwest. Barge towing, log boom, ship docking, and more. With full service fleet and family-run grit, visit harkintowing.com. Pass across, looking for Parker Malott. It's just off the mark, and now with just a couple of seconds remaining on the original penalty. It's about to go to 5-on-4 once again with the Thunder getting back into the offensive zone. A heavy collision initiated by Levi Tui, able to knock the ball free, and Mills will calmly collect it from the corner. Parker Malott now will join this power play, and he'll park himself down onto the corner. Everybody getting a touch. Malott, Ross, back to Cowan. Underneath, Wall, who drew the power play. That shot from Ross is swallowed by Caleb Kahn. He'll step out of his crease. Wall trying to pick off a pass. It's sent towards the center line and over said timeline by Buchan. 50 seconds left to kill on what was momentarily a 5-on-3. Jackson Carty pressuring his man. Newby able to get the pass free. Now to the near side, it's Austin Vanachuk. He'll shoot wide, looking low left corner. Instead, it ricochets off the corner boards. 33 seconds left on the power play to work with. Lincoln Wall, who drew this extra penalty. Now Mills. Cowan will join him. On the near side, it's Malott and Ross. Malott will send it over to the lefties. Mills with room. He'll tuck. He'll shoot on a twister, and Kahn made the save. Don't think he realized it. He was looking one way, but they don't ask how. They ask how many. And he is up to now 14 saves in this opening 15 minutes or so. Still 5.5 remaining in the opening frame. Hoog Stratton will slow things down. We'll go back to 5-on-5. Pass across. Jake Newby sends it to the corner. 5 to shoot. Meach aggressively to the perimeter, forcing his man into a tough position. It was Mac Timms who got the shot off, but it bounces a little earlier than what he would have liked to and goes out of play. Scoreless with a little over 5 minutes remaining. Driving through a high stick that hits Chris Fournier in the helmet. Goes uncalled. He'll take possession once again. 13 to shoot. Now he'll fire, and that one whistles wide off the sideboards. Mahoney tucks his stick. He'll go down low. Lincoln Wall tried to return it to Mahoney, but it was deflected off a defender's stick. Taken away by the Thunder. There's their fast break that we've seen early and often in this game. Able to clear a little bit easier this time. Austin Vanachuk gets it near the center line. Down low to Mason Eastgate. He'll send it back to the point. It's Glass. Spins around his man. Skips one over top and out of the reach of Bailey Vanachuk near side. A turnover from the offensive unit of the Langley Thunder, who will head off to the bench. Speaking of offensive units, here comes the Saints. Learn. Looking for Malott, who wasn't quite looking. The pass was deflected either way. Now the ball goes into the Langley Thunder bench. Last touching a Langley stick. Now Mills gets the screen from Wall. Has his hands free. He'll shoot. It's kicked aside by Kahn. Continues his strong start. Malott was open for a moment. Didn't get the pass. Learn. Gets over top. He'll shoot. That's blocked. Also didn't get through as Buchan spins away from a spinning back check of Josh Mills. Continuing his back pressure. Now he'll head off for a change as Buchan goes to his respective bench. 5-on-5 will remain. Pass to Eastgate, who was not looking. That'll go cleanly out of play. Both teams have seemed a little scrambly on the offensive side. Who will take advantage of one of these hiccups? Mahoney from the corner with speed. Far side. Fournier had Mahoney open for a sec. Instead decides to shoot. That'll be deflected. Can't get his rebound. It's knocked forward. He'll continue on the back pressure. Took his man down. No call. Now he stumbles on the turf. It's still up for grabs. Eventually collected just in front of the Poco crease. However, collected by a member of the Thunder. It was Grayson Bellotti, one of the assistant captains for this Thunder team. He'll get a pat on the back from his coaching staff. It's Vanachuk at the point, down to the corner, halfway through the shot clock. Now Austin Vanachuk. Far side feed, still open at the near side. That pass was out of the reach of a reaching Bailey Vanachuk. Brown takes it away and looks up the floor. There's a streaking Dylan Eilert. Has to be content with just knocking the pass down instead of going in on a chance in transition. Gets the offense on instead. Mills, no help underneath. He'll try to go over top. He'll do it. He'll do so. And Mills opens the scoring. It's 1-0 for the Saints. Well, it took a while, but we finally got our first goal of the game. And it comes to the hands of who else? Josh Mills, 28 goals through the regular season last year and now up to 1 already. Again, much of the offense from last year no longer here. And this Saints team is going to look to guys like Josh Mills and Andrew Cowan to lead them on this side of the ball. And here is Josh Mills on the loose ball. Crew battling back for possession. So he's got his man in a headlock. Those two will separate. Langley will take possession back. Vanachuk. He's got a lane to drive, decides to turn back as there was a slide low. Hoogstraten fires it off a defender's stick. And now a penalty on the play. It will go to Nolan Ross, 2 minutes for slashing. For over 25 years, Mosaic has built homes that just feel better. More light, more space, and every inch designed for real life. Discover timeless designs at mosaichomes.com and find a better home. 0 for 1 on the power play for the Langley Thunder. Todd skips it to the far side. Shot blocked. Goes off the body of Dylan Eilert. Continues to park himself on the crease. No look pass. He might have caught a piece of that one as well. Jones tries to kick it to his stick. Fisher's in there digging for it as well. They're kind of battling each other as well as one forechecker for the Langley Thunder. Ty Fisher content with letting this shot clock wind down as well, and now he'll take possession. Into the final 60 seconds of first period action. Saints leading 1-0, and with 1 minute and 20 seconds of penalty time to kill. In their ideal world, they will head towards the intermission with a little bit of carryover penalty time remaining. As Lincoln Wall will drive, sends one through, looking for Mahoney. He had to reach for it, but couldn't quite knock it down. Langley will take it back. 32 seconds remain on the clock. Pass ahead. Austin Vanachuk, right place, right time. Otherwise, that was going to be a chance the other way for Joel Mullen, shorthanded. Now the power play back onto the floor. Clock goes down to 20. Vanachuk backpedals away from some pressure. Sends it down low, but a great stick by Mullen. Now he will have a chance in transition the other way. Meach and Mills are going to join him. Mullen stops up, decides to turn back. Clock goes down to 5 seconds. He's pressured from distance. Now Learn running out of time. 1 second. He's just going to hang on to it and let the final buzzer go. It will be 1-0 through the opening 20 minutes in favor of Poco. Both teams will head towards their dressing room and look to make some adjustments before coming back out for second period action. We will also take a breather, and we'll see what the second period will bring. Thanks for joining us. You're watching BC Junior A action live on BC Sports TV. Georgie, I'm going to say it. We're back. We're so back, baby. Welcome back to the John Bailey Arena here at the Poco Rec Center. Home of the Poco Saints and home of the first game of the BC Junior A season, where those Langley Thunder that you're looking at right now trail 1-0 off of the goal by Josh Mills late in the first period. Assist to Tyler Learn and Dylan Eilert. Just the lone marker to get past Caleb Kahn, who gets himself back in between the pipes. Ashton Brown stopped all 11 shots that he faced. Kahn stopping 15 of the 16, and his team will try to draw things even with 27 seconds left of power play time. After the carryover slashing call to Nolan Ross, who watches on anxiously. Now, the Thunder win the opening draw, and we are officially back underway. Cody Todd running point on this man-up unit. Skip pass down to the corner, return through the middle. It was intended for Todd, but a slide came across. Pass handcuffed him as well, and that's going to do it for the remaining power play time. Ross will come out of the penalty box and right back out onto the turf. 5-on-5 action will resume. Fournier to the goal scorer, Mills. Takes a jab step through the middle. Shoulders his man aside, kicks a big rebound. Malott couldn't get it through. It's still up for grabs through the middle, and Nolan Ross will find it. Mills went off onto the bench. He's now back out onto the turf. Quick change from Jensen Jones. Mills to Fournier. Back across, Ross to Malott through the middle, and Wall is dumped from behind. He falls to the turf, and Kahn will look up in transition. In comes Jacob Glass. First to touch off the bench, down to Jake Newby. He'll get the screen, come over top, a pick and roll. Eastgate stopped up by a double team. Now across, and the shot is stopped by Brown. It falls into the cuff of his glove. I think he's donning some new leg pads as well. Went with the All Blacks last year, much like we see on Caleb Kahn right now, who stares down the Poco offense, and he'll make a save with one of those leg pads. Another hit from behind as Fournier is dumped. He'll battle for the loose ball. Over to the far side and collected by one of the new recruits for this Poco Saints offense. Daniel Mahoney keeps the play alive. Parker Malott off the bench. Over to Mills, down low. Fournier looking through the middle. He'll skip one across. Malott bounces it and scores! Parker Malott makes it 2-0 for Poco, so they double up on their lead. Believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's also his first career Junior A goal. He spent the first 2 years of his junior days splitting time between the Maple Ridge Burrards and the Poco Saints. But a draft pick from a couple of years ago, and now another shot off the face-off win. It's 3-0 in the blink of an eye. What a quality face-off guy can do for you. Sean Lemishka wins the draw to himself, goes in alone, and fires it on a bouncer past Caleb Kahn. It's 3-0 on their 20th shot of the game. Now a chance the other way for Langley to try to answer back. In some trouble, however. Xavier Washington was pinned, and he's again a little shaken up, slowly going back towards the bench. Looks like he'll be all right, though, based on how he's jogging off. But the offense of the Saints will go back to work. Mills fires. That didn't make its way on target. Rebound to the corner. Wall digs it free. 7 to shoot. Takes a high stick and another one afterwards. Ball is knocked ahead. Langley going to dig for it, and they'll find it, but lose it just as quickly. Now near center. Dylan Eilert's going to take it. Send it forward. Lincoln Wall will collect down in the corner. How about that? 2 goals scored before the announcement could even be made. That's some quick firing. Now Malott looking for another stick save. Rebound off the post, and no goal as the rebound was sent home, but Nolan Ross in the crease before it goes over. Bad almost turned to worse for the Langley Thunder, but they'll keep things going. Try to climb their way back. Still plenty of time to work with as well. Pass through was just behind Mac Timms, who had to reach backwards. Now Glass fires. That's stopped by Brown. Rebound ahead. Collected. There's a man up. It's Wendt. And back checking is Vanachuk. Bellotti is there as well as the first defender in. Wendt now will make his beeline to the bench, replaced by the second goal scorer, Parker Malott. Now Cowan will fire. Goes high out of his stick unintentionally into the corner. Now it's 5 to shoot. Mahoney to Mills into the crest. And rebound is in the stick for a moment of Cowan. He and Mills will team up on the forecheck, but Langley finds the loose ball. They got a man up, and pass on the rope is knocked down by Bellotti. Eastgate going through, and he's denied by Brown. Takes it right into the Saints logo, but his pass is errant. Mills tries to chase it down. He does, and doesn't want to force the shot. Many times we would have seen a backhanded shot thrown by Mills, but not this time. He'll slow things up, get the rest of his offense back out onto the floor. They're going to try the hidden ball trick. It was on the back of the stick of Josh Mills. Not going to fool Caleb Kahn in this case. Nice move. Wall dives across, and Kahn stretching over to his right gets a piece. Fresh 30. Fournier at the point. Near side, Mills wants to drive downhill. He'll go across instead. Learn finds it. Takes a shot. Blocked before it got through. It goes high into the air, and there's another penalty coming up to the Langley Thunder. I believe it's going to be for a hook. From HVAC to plumbing, First District Mechanical delivers expert service, smart reporting, and 24/7 support. Preventative maintenance that actually prevents. Visit firstdistrict.ca. Motion underway now for the offense as Malott fires that just wide. Now the penalty killers will get some offensive time. Vanachuk has the double team close in on him, able to get it across as it's now in the stick of Jacob Glass, the number 5 overall pick in the most recent BC Junior A draft. Vanachuk will step into a shorthanded rip. It goes wide, a friendly bounce that goes the way of the Saints, and Jordan Meach falls victim to the turf monster. He goes down before picking up the loose ball. Now the power play will get their free clear. It's Malott from the corner. Ross to Cowan. Back pedals over top. Mills creating space. Shot and a glove stop low by Kahn. The flexibility to be able to get that left glove all the way down while still standing. As Godfreyson tries to muscle his way through. He's knocked down to the turf. A heavy check by Connor O'Brien. Suffocating defense from the Saints. Starting to feel themselves a little bit after a slow-moving opening period. Now up 3-0 with 2 quick strikes in the second. Malott to Ross. Fake pass to Cowan. Now over to him. Backhand pass and a shot low by Mills. It'll be stopped easily by Kahn. Now Ross wants a rip. That'll be knocked away by the left pad of Kahn. Poco going to be up to 26 shots after that one. Skip feed down low. Now Wall. He'll shoot, and Kahn takes it into the logo. Loose ball is collected again by Cowan. Like dogs on a bone, this power play has been on loose balls, and now they'll be careful about shot selection with the power play coming to an end. So they'll try to go quickly now with the penalized player. Coming back out onto the turf. Malott down to the crease looking for Cowan. He scores! What a pass by Malott. What a finish by Andrew Cowan. would go as far as to say you could almost give Cowan an assist on his own goal as well. That finish does not happen if he does not get that loose ball a moment ago, or a moment before, I should say. Able to keep the play alive, and he is the benefactor almost immediately after. And they'll get another chance off of the face-off as Mills drives, shoots, looking top right, just misses. Body is falling to the turf as Wall still looking for his first goal of the campaign. Mills shot off a stick, and Kahn doesn't know where he is. It's outside of his crease, and he reaches out with one hand to collect. Man up, waiting near center. A perfectly placed pass that falls to Grayson Bellotti. Shots now 28-14 in favor of the home team, leading 4-0 with a little over 12 minutes remaining in the period. Timms drives underneath of Mullen. Now he'll try coming over top, gets his hands free, shot, and off the inside of the left leg of Ashton Brown. Dylan Eilert finds the loose ball, has a man up as the pass is on the mark for Jackson Carty. Out of lane to the goal, decides to slow things down, leaving for Parker Malott. Mills, far side, Mahoney drives, shoots, Kahn makes the save. Malott finds the loose ball, fresh 30 for the Saints. Mills takes a peek, finds his buddy Andrew Cowan. Skips one across, Mills goes down, there's a penalty on the play, but it does not matter. Daniel Mahoney fires and scores, it's 5-0 for Poco. Chalk that up as his first goal as a Saint. You can see him take the monkey off his back with that celebration. And a heads-up play by his offensive teammates to collect that ball. That'll go into the trophy case for him. Another violation on the face-off that goes against the Thunder. It's been Poco ball pretty much this entire period so far, and we're almost at the halfway point. Ross spins away from the pressure of Sagu, who forces him way outside. Ross gets a step, now to the far side. Learn to Cowan. Now it'll be number 34, Mills, who drives. Can't get the shot off. A healthy defensive stick by Bellotti. Grayson Bellotti, that is, because Ronan Bellotti, his twin brother, able to collect the rebound in the corner. Now Mason Eastgate having a hard time, and Dylan Eilert will take it away. Here come the Saints. Went takes a peek. He'll look over to the bench side. It's Parker Malott, brother of Ethan Malott, who has aged out of the Junior A League, now playing in the WLA for his hometown Maple Ridge Burrards. Malott steps into a shot, didn't get through. Kahn reaches out, deflects it over to the corner. Ethan Malott was at one point a member of these Poco Saints a couple of years ago, dealt from Burnaby at the trade deadline for finishing off his senior year last year, with said Burnaby Lakers. Pass through, Vanachuk was there, Eastgate finds it. He'll spin back, 5 to shoot. That one whistles just wide. Release from the stick of Jacob Glass. It goes out of play, and Poco wants to push pace here from the far side. Shot is kicked aside. Kahn makes another save. That'll be his 26th save of the game by my count, and shots now 31-15, essentially a 2-1 margin in favor of Poco. And most of that margin has been stretched in this period. Now Timms, he'll get over top, and it'll be a moving screen. Timms with a late shot, but hit a body nonetheless. Now quick pass up, Mills in on alone, breakaway, and a glove stop by Kahn, keeping his team in the fight. Now Mills muscles his man down, ball into the corner. He'll try another swinging stick check, able to knock it free. To the far side, it's Mullen, down to the corner, Wall couldn't handle it. The scrambly play on the defensive side for Langley continues. Bit of a lucky break as the pass just went to an open wing and there was no Saint there to collect. Now a pick and roll to perfection, diving across, scores! It's gonna count. 5-1, Langley's finally on the board. The takeoff was clean and the finish was cleaner. On their 16th shot of the game, Langley able to cut the lead back down to 4. It's 5-1 for the home team. Now a scramble draw that will go the way of the Thunder. Tui knocks his man down, digs the ball free and takes it back. Sean Lemishka taking the bulk of the faceoffs for this Poco team. He's done a good job in that regard to start things off. Now Malott, late man joining, finds Mills, who was denied on a breakaway a couple of moments ago. He'll come over top, runs into a double team. Back hit shot, scores! Loaded up on the highlight reel. Josh Mills, have yourself a game. My, oh my, and scoops the turf for good measure. He has a flair for the dramatics. And a perfect example of it right there. Puts it into the top corner, now a chance the other way. A backhanded shot of their own. This time it's Bailey Vanachuk. Tries to add to said highlight reel, but he's denied by Brown. Mullen will get it over center. Thought about staying for an offensive shift. Instead, he'll head off, replaced by Parker Malott. Wall. Can he get in on the offensive fun? He'll tuck, try to shoot, but the ball is knocked free before he could fire. Cowan has it on a righty strong set. Malott with a rising subber that goes into the midsection of Kahn. Chance in transition the other way for Langley. In on a break. Shot. Scores! Langley starts to figure it out. Believe it was Koji Okuyama. Goes in alone on Ashton Brown. And he'll cut the lead back down to 4. 7:15 remaining in the second. Lemishka wins another one. So he continues to go head-to-head with Dylan Doucette, but Poco takes advantage. Last time Langley got onto the board, these Saints answered right back immediately thanks to this man right here, Mills, looking for the hat-trick marker. He fires it well wide off the dasher and out of play. So Austin Vanachuk finally got Langley on the board. 34 seconds later, Josh Mills able to find the back of the net. And then about 30 to 40 seconds after that, Okuyama gets things back in favor of Langley. Now Mason Eastgate, is going to draw a penalty. He's pinned in the end boards by Jordan Meach. Still has possession somehow. It's knocked free, and finally the whistle goes. I believe it's going to be Fisher heading off towards the sin bin. Proudly locally owned and operated for over 30 years and voted best pub in BC by the province, with 2 covered and heated patios, famous traditional pub fare, and a great atmosphere. Go see why the locals love them for 3 decades running. The Cat and Fiddle Pub. Shot from distance, goes off a body and wide of the goal. I believe it hit Levi Tui in front. Todd at the point has his pass blocked. Chance the other way. It's Mullen in on a shorthanded break from his own side of center. Shoots, denied by the left elbow of Kahn. Mullen has had a couple of chances in transition, but has not been able to beat the netminder. It remains a 4-goal lead for Poco. 1:22 left of power play time for the Thunder. Glass, low shot, stopped by the stick of Brown. Rebound knocked ahead by Timms. The Meach, right place, right time. Takes possession, sends it ahead to Jensen Jones. Now Wall takes it off the turf. Looking over top, another elbow save by Kahn. Mills collects the rebound. Parker Malott got the scoring underway in this second period for the Saints. Out for some penalty killing duties on the offensive side. Wall. No pressure on him just yet. So he looks behind the net. Malott will head off, dive from behind. It's going to count! Wall gets his first of the year on a dunk from behind. Well, the official right there says the takeoff is clean. And Lincoln Wall finally gets onto the scoreboard in terms of the goals category in his second year of junior lacrosse. He found himself a home on this offense last year in his rookie campaign. And his first one of the 2025 season is a pretty one, and shorthanded at that. Thunder back down by 5. Vanachuk, underhand feed, Glass, returns it back to the point. Vanachuk, shot, scores! Another answer back from Langley. Well, we mentioned earlier the ability to respond by Poco, but tons of credit right now is due to this Langley Thunder team, who have been in this zone for pretty much the entirety of this second period, down by 4. Anytime that Poco has started to stretch the lead anymore, Langley able to answer back. Now Lemishka want to draw to an open wing. He'll try to battle for the ball in front of his bench. It's knocked free through to the middle and collected by Noah Buchan. Takes a back check from Nolan Ross. Eastgate muscled off. Ball is still loose. Buchan found it again for a moment. He's knocked down, and he's going to draw an interference call for his efforts. Speaking of dog on a bone, has earned his team another offensive possession. Cade Hoogstraten will get it to the far side. Lefty strong on this set for the Thunder. Across, Hoogstraten is stopped by the stick of Brown. It's free in his crease. Seal trap with Jake Newby digging for it. Long pass ahead, and it's on the mark. 2-on-1 in transition, down low, scores! It's a hat trick for Josh Mills. Benno went the entire length and found Johnny on the spot, Josh Mills, who put it into the wide open cage. And the lead is once again back up to 5 on Josh Mills' third goal of the game. Solid crowd for the home opener in attendance for the Poco Saints. They always do a good job of getting the minor teams out in their Poco gear. They're starting to get a chant here underway, lined up along the glass. Now a shovel feed ahead, looking for Wall, who has taken a beating in this game. He's got to get himself out of the crease. He will now. It's Mills sends one down to the corner. So he shares a couple of words with Ronan Bellotti. Both will head off to their respective benches. Cody Todd. Does he find his first goal of his junior career in this game? Not on that shot. He'll be denied by Ashton Brown on a lob pass now ahead. Jensen Jones has to stop it up.
It's his hat-trick goal by number 34, Josh Mills. Assist
Andrew Cowan. Heavy on his cradle to alleviate some of the pressure. Now he'll slowly work his way back to the left side. Here's Mills. Can he find number 4? Muscling through, and he can't avoid the crease. Takes a high stick afterwards that goes uncalled. Now a long pass ahead. Having to chase it down is Okuyama, and he's denied by Brown. Almost his second. Now Meach gets it to the corner. The aforementioned Mills remained out on the turf. Wants to slow down the offense. Wall and Mills, the two lefties on this set. He'll shoot. That goes high into the face mask of Khan, who shakes it off. Oh, a one-handed effort by Grayson Bellotti to avoid a stick check and get over center. Donning one of the A's for this Thunder team. Now Eastgate fires, stopped by Brown. Remember, this Thunder team still without their captain, Cody Malowski, who is back on the Thunder after a second straight stint and a Minto Cup championship with the Coquitlam Adanacs last year. 2 straight years being dealt to them at the deadline. Malott to Wall. He'll shoot, short side, scores. Just before the minute mark of the second period, Lincoln Wall finds his second. Not a lot of room available, but Lincoln Wall finds it. And now the lead back up to 6 with 59 seconds left to play. This Poco offense has come alive in this frame. Now Lemishka, another draw win. Wide open is Cowan. Wall wants an early shot. Fires it low. Loose ball is collected by Cowan. He falls over a member of the Langley Thunder. Bellotti had it for a moment. Now Buchan will send it cross floor, and nice hands from Grayson Bellotti, or nice hand, I should say, as he was reaching out with just one on his stick, but able to collect it. And now with just under 30 seconds, 29.3 to be exact, the Langley Thunder will call timeout and look to draw up one final shot to close out this period. Almost an entirely new coaching staff for this Langley Thunder team as Matt Beers comes in to take the helm as bench boss. And his head coach in the NLL, Kurt Malowski, to his, left at the moment as the offensive coach. Garrett Lewis is the only remaining assistant coach returning from last year. Jason Gawler comes in as well as an assistant. But some increased expectations for this Langley Thunder team after an 0-18 year last season. A young and up-and-coming squad. But when you have a goaltender, a young goaltender like Caleb Kahn in between the pipes, as we've seen in this game, despite the score right now, you pretty well always have a chance to win. It was such a storyline last year when he found himself as a first-year junior getting a call-up to the WLA Thunder and was winning games for them as well. Pretty unbelievable story, and now he'll find himself on a full-time basis with the Junior A team. Going back between the pipes. We'll see if they elect to send him to the bench. Oh, check that. There's a difference between the shot and the game clock, about 7 seconds difference. So the Thunder are going to keep him in the crease for now as they'll try to go to work. Vanachuk is stripped by Levi Tui. Now ahead to Mullen, and now it's Poco's turn to call timeout. What a turn of events. They'll look to get last shot. A quality defensive stick by Levi Tui. Shades of Braden Lady, their former captain, who they're going to have to get used to life without. He, of course, aged out of junior lacrosse last year, now also a member of the Maple Ridge Barrage in the WLA. Not to mention also losing Kalen Mander on the defensive end. He was part of the trade that brought Silas Richmond over at the deadline last year, and Kalen Mander has elected to go over to Ontario, now playing for the Toronto Beaches. So we talk so much about the different looking offense for this Poco team. Their defense has to get used to life without their two NLL defenders in Braden Lady and Kalen Mander, but Levi Tui with a great stick check on the defensive end just a moment ago to cause a turnover and get the ball up to the offense. And it's those little plays that make a difference by the end of the game. Ashton Brown will stay on the Poco bench. 6-on-5 set here for the Saints. 13.7 seconds on the clock. Saints leading 9-3, and will try to make this a 7-goal lead heading into the final period of regulation. Nolan Ross is going to start off the possession. Malott, Learn, Ross, Mills, Wall. Pass intended for Mills through the middle. The ball is knocked loose. Langley takes a bid towards the empty net, but they will run out of time, and they will head towards their locker room looking for some answers. Trailing by 6 through 40 minutes, just 20 minutes remain. And we're going to continue to bring you all the action live and for free here on BC Sports TV. We'll be back after this. Backhand jump. All right, George, you know what time it is. 20 miles, 20 smiles here from the John Bailey Arena, home of the Poco Saints, who lead over the Langley Thunder 9-3 through 40 minutes of action. A 6-point night so far for Josh Mills, 5 points for Parker Malott, 4 of those being helpers. Andrew Cowan's got 4 points to his name as well, and of course, as one of the top facilitators in this league, 3 of those being assists. Grayson Bellotti and Austin Vanachuk lead the way for the Langley Thunder through 40, 2 points each. Vanachuk has both of his points as goals. Caleb Kahn has been busy in this game, seen 39 shots thrown his way, stopping 30 of those. Ashton Brown has made his fair share of saves as well and has stopped 21 of 24, allowing just 3 goals to this point. And the Langley Thunder have a bit of a hill to climb. Again, if you missed it in the first period, looking for their first win since June 24th of 2023 when they took down the Delta Islanders. And they'll start off this third period in a 6-goal deficit. But they'll also start off this period with a face-off win. And Jacob Glass will send it up, get it back, returned to him. Here comes Austin Vanachuk. On the hunt for his hat trick marker. Bailey Vanachuk has his stick knocked out of his hands, so he tries to kick it back into the offensive end. Austin couldn't find it, and the Poco Saints will go the other way. Jackson Carty was waiting over the center line, leaves for Lincoln Wall. Mahoney, late man in, he'll drive through. Wall shoots it off the inside of the right foot. Caleb Kahn, rebound is collected by Malott. Lobs one ahead. Cowan. Back to Mahoney, he'll drive his shoulder and fire a shot into the stick of Kahn. Langley wants to go the other way quickly with speed. It's Temeka Gottfriedson. Over to Hoogstraten, and that'll be a toe save for Ashton Brown. Cade Hoogstraten, brother of Liam Hoogstraten, who played his senior year with the Poco Saints last year. Ross feeds across. Nice move to tuck through by Fournier. A spinning shot and a spinning goal. It's 10-3 for Poco early in the third. Chalk it up as his first goal as a Saint. Chris Fournier gets onto the board. Tyler Learn will grab that ball. There's going to be a few firsts in terms of game balls that are handed out by the end of this game. Here come the Thunder, now trailing by 7. Vanachuk wide open through the middle. Pass didn't get through. Don't think Doucette saw him until it was too late. Now Vanachuk diving, shooting, and in the crease. Close one. Now pass ahead to Mills, who was behind everybody, cutting through the middle. Throw another backhand, and it fires wide. Over top of the shoulder, but over top of the crossbar as well. Now another one on the back check. He knocks his man down, jars the ball free. It's a 3-on-2. Pass across, backhanded feed, finds Mills, and he elects to slow things down. Waits to get a couple more of his offensive squad out onto the turf. Late man joining is Nolan Ross, the latest goal scorer. Fournier is back on. Down to the corner, Lincoln Wall. Pass through, finds Ross, shoots well wide, ran into a defender before he could send it on the mark. Now the Thunder will go up the turf. Xavier Washington dishes to Hoogstraten, now down low. Bailey Vanachuk. Watched on by Carty, blind pass ahead, it's knocked free. Eilert digging for it, but doesn't want to pick it up with just 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Takes a quick peek forward. O'Brien knocks his man down, and now Eilert will collect. So almost the entirety of their offensive cavalry had already made their way onto the floor. Now Learn. Nice hands to find the handle. Wasn't expecting the pass. Too low for Cowan, able to take it off the turf. Now Malott steps into one, a shoulder save by Kahn, rebound through the middle. Govin Sagu is going to go in alone himself, denied by the shoulder of Brown. Rebound available, Vanachuk steps into his man. Sagu will continue to dig. It's still free among feet. Who can find it? It's 3 Saints against 3 of the Thunder, and it will be those Langley Thunder who come up with it. Dylan Doucette Digs it free. Mac Tim's in some trouble. Got to be careful of the center line. Almost back over. Less than a centimeter of room available. Now he's going to drive on the dive shot across. It'll be stopped by Brown. Vanachuk finds it. Swim move across. It's Glass. Can't find a lane. He'll spin back to Timms. Tuck through. He'll shoot a bouncer that goes into the face mask of Brown, and he'll hang on to the rebound. Fisher. Another one of the returning players from last year of these Poco Saints. Mills leaves for Wall. Return feed, Josh Mills. Back up top from Chris Fournier. Swings across to Ross. Nolan Ross. Shot is fought off by Kahn. That'll go out of play. Fresh 30 for Poco. Mills directing traffic. Mahoney across. Spinning is Fournier, runs into a sliding defender. Now he'll avoid the crease on a dive shot that's stopped by Kahn. Physicality ramping up by these Langley defenders. Rebound falls right to Fournier, and he'll get it to the corner. Wall has to absorb a check. Pinned along the boards right now, still with possession. Able to find his way free of that and spin away. Lefty strong set for the Saints. Smollett will come out to the perimeter. He'll fake the shot, dish across. Fournier wanted the drop pass. It goes off of a defender. That hit Koji Okuyama, one of the two goal scorers for this Langley Thunder. These two have come from Austin Vanachuk, one from the defender Koji Okuyama. A little bit of chippiness between the two benches. Play goes on. Newby dishes over to Eastgate. Skips down to the corner. Vanachuk looking for his hat trick marker. Eastgate dishes through the middle. Newby puts it off a defender's shoulder. That'll go out of play. Reset here for the Thunder. Now Bailey Vanachuk will start off from the corner. Pook Stratton. Saw a defender waiting to slide underneath. He'll reset. Now look through on a shot. Tries to catch Ashton Brown sleeping. He'll make the stick save and send it forward to Jordan Meach. Meach, the third and final assistant captain right now for the Poco Saints, joining the likes of Mills and Cowan. As Mills looks like he's got his A almost falling off of his jersey. Now Malott has room. He'll step into a shot. It's blocked, goes into the corner, eventually out of play. A reset for the Saints. Cowan. Mahoney. He's going to shoot around a screen, looking 5-hole. It's fought off, and another save by Kahn, stretching over to his left. Another fresh 30 on a reset for Poco. Mills on the sidearm feed. He'll get the return pass. He and Cowan will work. Mills shoots. Mills scores. He's got 4. My, oh my, what a start to the season for Josh Mills. Now up to 7 points as he gets his 4th goal of the game. And Parker Malott, if they're going to give him an assist on that one as well, he'll be up to 6 points. And the lead is now up to 8 with 12:50 remaining in the period. That 2-1 margin in the shots category almost still exists. A little bit shy, but 46-28 in favor of Poco. And they may get another one to add to that total here as well off of the turnover. Ross. Mills on his wrong side, clears space, looking for the return pass. It's off the mark and collected by Ronan Bellotti. He wants to lob it forward. Gottfriedson has to reach behind, gets it on the second chance. He's going to drive, he's going to dive, he's going to shoot, and it'll be stopped by Brown. Gottfriedson took a shot afterwards, and there may be a penalty on the play as well. The official from way behind the play, Nick Thomas, making the call. It looks like it's going to be, well, there's 2 Poco Saints actually going into the sin bin. check that. Lincoln Wall just going to give Chris Fournier a pat on the back, as he'll watch on for the time being. And the Thunder with a chance to cut the lead down to 7. Cody Todd running point, as he has all game long. He's going to step into a sidearm shot, hit a body before it got through. Still 15 to shoot. Skip pass across. Vanachuk on the fake and take, fires it wide. Now an interference in a dangerous location as the rookie goes right towards Jensen Jones, who shares some words with him. But everybody gets back to their respective benches. Poco's going to take possession back. Tyler Learn. The double team closes the gap on him. Tries to keep his feet moving and sprints his way out of trouble. Mahoney will come in to help. Learn still with it. 3 seconds remain on the shot clock. He'll fire. It goes on target, and the rebound falls right to Josh Mills. Fresh 30 still on the penalty kill, as there's just 60 seconds remaining in the penalty to Fournier. He bangs on the glass, applauding his team's efforts. Learn makes a move around Gagnon, one of 3 of the Gagnon brothers. John, the only one dressed for this game, however, joining Joey and Ben in this Langley Thunder lineup. And speaking of, John Gagnon gets it forward. Back to the power play. Cody Todd gets it across to Eastgate, trying to get his hands free. Feeds it back to Todd. One-time shot across, went just wide. Todd finds the loose ball in the corner. Dunk from behind. It's good. It'll be Mac Timms from behind the net, and the power play strikes for the Thunder. So Mac Timms gets his team back on the board for the first time in quite some time. It'll be another face-off win for Poco. Ross to the goal, and a stick save by Kahn. Back in will be the call, though, an unforced error that goes the way of Poco. So that Mac Timms marker on the power play, the first time Langley has scored since the 4:32 mark of the second period, when Austin Vanachuk scored a power play marker of his own. Now Mills has his shot blocked, taken away by Bellotti. In fact, it's both Bellotti brothers forward. Now on the run, it's Ronan. He'll shoot, and he'll be denied by the stick of Brown. Looking towards the bench, he'll lob a feed to Jensen Jones. Now back to Fisher, and he'll send it ahead to Lincoln Wall. Watched on, Fournier out of the box, back out onto the turf. Poco now up to 50 shots in this game, leading 11-4. Wall drives underneath on Gottfriedson. He'll dive across. Shot is stopped by Kahn. Rebound stays in the crease and collected by Langley. Everybody back to their feet, and the Thunder have to be quick to get this over center. It's sent ahead to Gottfriedson, who just missed it. Meach finds it from the corner. It's a learning game for this young Langley Thunder team. Ross fires low. Knocked away by the left toe of Caleb Kahn. Now forward, a chance for a fast break for the Thunder, but it's behind Dylan Doucette. Pass to the middle. Newby couldn't make contact, and Brown will collect. Now Cowan calmly over the center line. Mills, a 4-goal effort so far. Still 8.5 minutes remaining. Ross will join the fray. Mahoney skips across. Mills drives, shoots. That's off the mark. Ross has it in the corner on the wrong side. but still able to get a shot off at the last second, and on the right side of the goal line as well to earn a reset. Mills couldn't find the loose ball. Now Gagnon gets through the pressure of Josh Mills, has a chance to go to the goal if he wants. He decides against it. Vanachuk is cutting through, and a 6 save by Brown. Quickly again come the Saints. Cowan. It's Parker Malott. Didn't shoot in time, dishes across instead. That howitzer whistles wide, ends up back in the crease and collected. Langley has a chance to go. As Dane Hebert absorbs a check from Ty Fisher, gets around him, but Fisher with a good back-checking effort takes away the lane towards the goal. Vanachuk, 2 goals in this game. Can he find his third? Timms looking for the loose ball off the turf. Help comes from Jake Newby, lost sight of it and just saves the back over. Now just 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock, 7 minutes remaining in the period. Timms fires, blocked. Rebound falls to Tui, couldn't take it cleanly, but he'll collect it off the shot clock. Mills first man in. Pressured immediately. Fournier able to help alleviate some of that pressure as Mills receives the pass back from him. There's a man parked behind the net. It's Ross. He gets the feed now. He'll try the dunk and steps through and gets a slash afterwards from the defender late. Making sure he knows that he's there, and anybody getting too close towards their goaltender will not be tolerated. Grayson Bellotti sends it forward. He'll head off for a change. Glass tries a move through. Now Vanachuk on the back cut. Fires wide. Hoogstraten collects. Under 10 to shoot. Glass, he'll shoot from distance. Rebound in front. Newby finds it and lobs it over top. Brown, a heads-up play to swat the ball away from Glass, who was waiting for it behind the net. Wall gets around the first defender. Has a lane if he wants. Doucette cuts him off. Late man joining is Fournier. Wall still with it. One hand on his stick will feed Malott on his wrong side. Back to Fournier, and Malott will get back to his proper. Mahoney runs into a triple team. He's muscled off possession. Grabs the stick of his defender. They'll both go their separate ways. Kahn will send it up to nobody. Poco's going to go right back. 3-on-2 if they hurry. But the defender is able to get off the bench in time, take away what could have been a fast break chance for the Saints. They'll slow things down with 5:20 to play. Wall, fake shot, looking for a lane. He'll shoot. He'll be denied. Rebound in front, but Kahn collects. Now forward. Chance for numbers if Langley hurries, but quick defenders off the bench now for Poco take away a transition chance. Eastgate takes a slash from Jensen Jones. Quick pass across. It's Hoogstraten. Spins away. He'll shoot. Stopped by the stick. Rebound in front. Todd takes a couple of whacks for his efforts and a shot afterwards from the far side. Glass got it off in time, but the save is made once again by Ashton Brown, who continues his strong showing in the season and home opener for these Poco Saints. Mills to Ross. Gets over top and sends it to the corner. Fournier back to Mills. Under 10 to shoot. One hand on his stick. Like the hammer of Thor. Tries to fire it low, but instead fires it out of play. 4:20 remaining in the third. Newby skips it to Vanachuk. Stuck on 2 goals for most of this game. Eastgate sends it behind the net. Glass to Vanachuk. He'll get underneath of the double team. Now spin away from the corner. Pass up top to Hoogstraten. It's too hot to handle. Ball is knocked forward by Fisher. He'll find it and send it across to Dylan Eilert. Cowan across to Wall. Full sail change for the Saints. Fournier reaches out and collects on this lefty strong set for Poco. Across, Malott around a screen, fires it just wide. Rebound back to Wall. Ball is knocked out of his stick. He'll continue the pressure on the forecheck, but Langley gets away. It's Grayson Bellotti. Mac Timms had that dunk from behind. on the power play earlier in this frame. Todd had room, but it'll be a moving screen. An interference call that goes against Austin Vanachuk. Takes away a glorious chance, what could have been for Langley. Mills to Wall. Now Fournier. So it'll be Ross and Mahoney, the two righties on this set for Poco. They'll switch places. Ross around a screen. Almost 5-hole, but Kahn will shut the door. Wants the pass ahead and just barely hits the rafters. They had a man up the play. I believe it was Cade Hoogstraten. Cowan and Wall will play pass. Mills through the middle. Learn has it from distance across. Good hands by Wall. He'll throw one back and a kick save rebound in front. Somehow denied by Kahn. How did he get over? From his back end makes the save. This will not be for a lack of effort from the Langley Thunder goaltender. That will likely be the save of the game. Barring something here in the last couple of minutes. Now under 2 to play. Vanachuk throws it across. Mason Eastgate looks to Todd, who lost the handle. Loose ball is still up for grabs, but Vanachuk runs out of time. Tries to put it in the corner. Mullen will find. Looks across the floor. Mahoney switches hands. Finds some space as we enter the final 90 seconds of regulation. Malott skips it across. Wall, a sidearm bouncer that goes into the shoulder of Kahn. He'll make the save, and a chance for Langley as Gottfriedson puts on the Jets. Pass across. Shot is fired wide. That'll go out of play. Poco possession. And there may be a penalty shot here. Or check that interference. Jackson Carty will be the culprit and may end up watching as a spectator for the remainder of this game. Just 1:12 left to play. So he will sit for said 1:12 or less. Todd back at the point. Vanachuk has a power play goal in this game. Pass across. Timms gets it to Eastgate. Todd once again into the final minute. Vanachuk across. He completes the hat trick. It'll be too little too late, but he continues to pile up his stats with 53 seconds remaining. And Todd will get another assist to his name in the first game of his young junior career. Face-off sent to an open zone and collected by Glass. Don't know if he realizes that Nolan Ross was chasing him down, able to get away from some pressure, but now into a tough spot, and he'll lose possession. Now he'll try to apply some pressure himself, but a heads-up play by Joel Mullen to spin away and send it all the way down the floor to a waiting Josh Mills. 6-second difference between the game and shot clock as we enter the final 20 seconds of the season opener in this young BC Junior A season. It's Malott having himself a game. This Poco team will need him to contribute on the right side of that offense, and he certainly did in this game. 11-5 is the final score. A 57-shot effort from the Poco Saints to the 37 of the Langley Thunder. Their losing streak continues, but you saw the efforts of Caleb Kahn, what he can provide to a team, and again, it's all about learning for the Langley Thunder, whose expectations have certainly increased compared to last year. But it's about those steps that you take along the way, and they will go back to the drawing board and look on to their next opponent coming up in a few days from now. Or check that, a little over a week from now, before they'll take on the Victoria Shamrocks on the road. Poco will head onto the road themselves as they have a game tomorrow against the Nanaimo Timbermen. They are right into the mix before taking on the Burnaby Lakers later on this week. And then they'll be back home a week from today, where they will play host to the New Westminster Salmon Bellies. But that's going to do it for game one of the season, and we thank you very much for joining us. George, I can't believe I get to say this again. For the entire cast of characters up here in the booth, for cameraman extraordinaire George Para, I've been Tino Farah, we've been BC Sports TV, and we will see you next time.